In the entrance to the yard, we see on the right-hand side a giant hibiscus, dinner plate sized. Well, maybe not quite dinner plate, but very large, very large. And of course the lovely little rose plant that's here. And peaches, yes. This is actually my legendary blood peach, which is producing one fruit. But hey, one is better. This is only its second year. Lots and lots of mint and lots of other things. This is goldenrod Solidago canadensis, which makes a fantastic tea. And more mint, and more mint. And yes, it all needs to be mowed. We know. It's been very hot, and I've been very busy, so it doesn't always happen. This is an apple tree, one of the dulgo crabs, and you can see all the ends are all abbreviated because the deer comes in the yard and eats them, which makes me mad, but I'm sure I will do something horrible to the deer. So up in here, we come up to the back. Somewhere there's paths that come through a little bit. There's black raspberries and blackberries way in the back there. I can see them. I can't really get to them, but they're there. And the black walnuts. My property line is just behind that. Let's see if I can see one of my property trees. Right on the line is one of the glorious tulip trees. They finished blooming, but these are the ones that my dad grew from seed for Morgan. So they are 25 years old. This is the Calicanthus floridus, which is a native spice bush. It mostly blooms in the spring, but then sporadically we have a few that come through. It also, underneath, it makes a great hidey place. When I used to have chickens, they would hide under there, especially to get away from the heat or hawks. Nobody really wants to get eaten by the hawks. So some more of the back area here. Those tall trees in the back are on the downslope. They are not on my property. Here we have a butternut, young butternut seedling coming up. This is one of the pawpaws. They're not producing fruit yet. Maybe next year. A couple of them bloomed this year, so I'm thinking next year we might have some luck. Again, that sugar maple there is not on my property. Over here we have, coming across, we have the very overgrown beehives. The beehives are overgrown, but well, I didn't get bees this year. Here's another one of the pawpaws. This over here to my right is all the big raspberry patch. Raspberries, red raspberries and things. And then over in here we have some of the other interesting bits of things that I grow, including lots of mosquitoes, sorry. Including, besides lots of mosquitoes, there's also lots of hazelnuts in here. Let's see if we can lift this up. Oh, here we go. Look at those babies. They are definitely on their way to becoming ripe. Not quite yet. We look down the throat, we can see that they're not brown yet, but they're coming. There's a couple of persimmons too. And then coming back towards the house, we have another apple tree that's got some deer damage and another pawpaw and some different kinds of things. Oh yes, that's where I dumped some of the mushrooms. I was like, what's that? These are my peach trees. They are seriously overloaded. I've got to come out and thin them in a little bit. Then I've got to figure out what to do with pounds and pounds of unripe peaches. But I'm sure we'll figure out something. Boy, they're beautiful. Just, if you can imagine, this is probably 300 or 400 pounds of peaches on these two trees. And they're not ripe, but they're blushing, which means that if I bring them in, they should ripen fully. The fire pit, which needs to be set up, cleaned up. Once again, come on, bugs, get off me. My little camper, which hasn't gone out yet this year. And then we are able to emerge from the scary area.